Big Walnut said bye to Week 11, so here we are in Week 12 as we are coming to you live from the Eagles Nest of Big Walnut High School here in Sunbury, Ohio. Walnut Ridge High School of the Columbus City League South are feeling the postseason magic as they roll up 71, fresh off of a thrilling upset victory over Worthington Kilbourne in a game that saw 100 total points scored. Big Walnut, though, are feeling fresh off of a bye week after posting an impressive 9-1 regular season record to lock up the top spot in Region 7. Bryce Coder and Joshua Anderson bringing you this regional quarterfinal matchup, all live and free with the OH Report. Join us for the pregame show coming up next.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
we're here for you.
So I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me, and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Bryce Coder, Joshua Anderson with the helpline at Delaware and Morrow County's 988 pregame show. And we are here in week 12 playoff time already. Big Walnut on the bye week, and boy, is this exciting.
Oh, there's nothing like playoff football, Bryce, especially when you're playing high school football in November. Every play matters, every game matters, and I'm excited to be here, Bryce.
So taking a look at our team spotlight on the helpline, a Delaware and Morrow County's pregame show. And for Walnut Ridge, a bit of a smaller team, but boy, have they put up a great record. 8-3 on the year, 7-0 in the conference. Shifty and high-flying offense. But taking a look at some of these past games, I mean, decimating teams. And of course, the big victory, Worthington-Kilbourne, a 58-42 win over them in week 11, and they've got to be excited about that one.
It was a track race, Bryce, and it was just honestly looking at the stats, I was like, oh my goodness, are they playing the game on rookie? I think, you know, Lucas, the quarterback, had 6 rushing touchdowns in that playoff matchup. That is incredible. He's that dynamic kind of player, and he's the player I picked today for the spotlight today, Bryce, because he's just a dynamic player. He's great. He extends plays. He's a video game type of player, and he needs to be able to kind of dice up this Big Walnut defense if they're going to have any type of success tonight.
And a 2,000-yard season, 17 rushing touchdowns and 10 passing touchdowns. Just the versatility of that.
Yes. And like I said, looking at his film, he's just the kind of guy that just thinks to play. Always trying to kind of find that big play moment. He's a home run threat, as you will say. He knows every play is a potential to be a touchdown. And the Big Walnut defense needs to lock in that if they're going to have any success tonight, Bryce.
Taking a look at our keys to victory for Walnut Ridge, and it'll be a tough one for him, but you say being dynamic on offense, but doing as much as they can to grind Big Walnut's offense to a halt.
Definitely. It's a track race, but you see, they have to run a marathon, and Big Walnut, we know they run a nice fast sprint. They're going to have to outpace these guys, play the game at their speed, run the game out, scoring in bunches, because they're going to need every point. They're going to be effective against this Big Walnut kind of all-star team, Bryce.
Absolutely, and we are getting ready for the opening kickoff. Big Walnut will be back to receive. And across the 25 before he's finally brought down at the 29-yard line, and that's where Big Walnut will begin the first possession of the game.
What a great run back, Bryce, to start the game off. Put them in great field position. Looking like it's going to be a nice series of plays on offense. See what they're going to come out in.
Taking a look at our team spotlight for Big Walnut on the Helpline pregame show. All-around offensive threat, a lockdown defense, as we know, but taking a look at those scoring numbers, only 90 points scored against them all season long.
And they're just like you said, they're so multifaceted on offense. It's kind of hard to see or kind of decipher. But you know, the main guy is going to be Nolan Burley. He's just so all-around great back. He does everything. He can catch ball. He can catch passes. He's a short grinder guy, kind of running back, and a long home run kind of threat as well. He does everything, Bryce, and he will need to lock in today this playoff matchup for them to take the next step.
Taking a look at our player spotlight, and you went with Nolan Burley, 23 rushing touchdowns, 1645 all-purpose yards. I mean, what else can you say? Nolan Burley, such a strong runner.
Such a strong runner, such a patient and dynamic runner as well. He's a playmaker. He opens up the field for everybody else on this team, and it shows in the offense in the passing game and the other backs, even in Stumpf too. He opens everything up, and he needs to be kind of that workhorse kind of back for them to have success today, Bryce.
Taking a look at the keys to victory for Big Walnut, and you said play the game at their pace and creating turnover opportunities, and that is something that perhaps the defense could find some excellence in later in the season.
Definitely, Bryce.
Nolan Burley, though, he may be gone, and it looks like he is. Took him no time at all here on 3rd down, and we have a Big Walnut touchdown.
And that looked just like a track race, right? He was out the gate and didn't even look back. Not even the rear view mirror right there, Bryce. As you can see, nobody even touched him. That was just simply, that's a sprint right there. It's like a 100-meter sprint. That's crazy, Bryce.
And he had such a tightrope walk in order to get between the defenders, but that's what he's so good at, is navigating all of the trouble.
Definitely. His balance is really nice as a back. Like I said, he just does it all, and every week he just seems to impress us even more.
So they will take the snap. Brody Hatfield will throw it over his head, and the 2-point conversion is good to Nolan Burley. So less than a minute, and we already have a leader. Big Walnut leading this one 8-0 over Walnut Ridge. Stay with us.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
So first possession, easy work for the Golden Eagles as they lead this one 8-0 over Walnut Ridge, but Walnut Ridge now with an opportunity to respond as they kick it away. Kick is up, fielded at the 2. Great position by the kicker. And inside the 20 is where they will pin him.
And that was just great coverage by the special teams right there to start off strong. As you can see, the momentum is here in the Big Walnut side early right now.
So they'll start it on their own 17. Kaishawn Davis was the man back to receive.
You know, Bryce, I'm interested to see what this Big Walnut defense is going to come out looking. I know they saw the film of Lucas, and he's just so electric he's so lightning in a bottle sometimes. It's kind of hard to sometimes scout against that or run that kind of scout on when you're playing that and prepping for that, Bryce.
Marquise Lewis, the quarterback in our player spotlight, hands it off, and it's good for a couple of yards. Galloway, the ball carrier.
And that was just a nice, simple run right there to start the game out. I can definitely see them trying to maybe get a feel of this Big Walnut defense, see if they're really, do they really have the teeth as you see on film sometimes when they play these opponents.
So now with 4 wide receivers and a man on his right hip, Lucas will take the snap, stepping up. Good for a first down and a little bit more, and that's going to be something that they're going to have to keep their eye on if there is a weak point for Big Walnut, and there are very few. I think it is spying the quarterback and keeping them contained when they're facing such a mobile quarterback.
Definitely. We've seen them throughout this season, Bryce, kind of having that little taste of mobility at quarterback. I think the best probably example on was that Groveport Madison first half. He was a really elusive guy, but they kind of locked in and second half to kind of really constrict him. I'm interested to see this Lucas. He's a little more dynamic than him. What are they going to do to kind of tune in and kind of limit his good big play ability?
And so a big block allows for maybe a yard, stays on his feet after taking the hit, but he's going to be stuffed near the line of scrimmage.
And that's just one of those things that this Big Walnut defense is going to have to do. They're going to have to tune in together as kind of as sharks and minnows, you know, kind of one of those things. Once somebody attacks these dynamic playmakers, it has to be 2 or 3, 4 or 5 guys, you know. These guys are lightning in a bottle. They have big play abilities, and if you kind of let one misassignment go, it could be 6 the other way. That was a great coverage right there. Nice pursuit, textbook pursuit drill right there, Rice.
So now lining up on second down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to pass. Defense there in a hurry and engulfed by the defensive line and the linebackers. It'll be a sack.
And that was just great discipline by the front seven, staying in their lanes. When you have a dynamic quarterback like that, you have to keep your guy keeping him front, right? Especially his escapability. As you can see early on in this game, Bryce, he's able to maneuver through the line and through the pocket. You're going to have to stay in your lanes as defensive linemen and linebackers, or he's going to be able to get kind of how he did earlier on this play to kind of cut through this defense.
3rd and 16. Eli Helton with his 3rd sack of the season to put us here. Putting a man in motion. Looking to the left off the wide receiver screen. Able to get probably about 7 yards, but it'll bring up 4th and 8. We'll see what they decide to do. They're deep in Eagle territory, probably just punt it away.
Yeah, definitely, Bryce. I kind of intrigued by that play call right there, running the screen that far back, you know, but definitely I thought that definitely maybe a setup play for them to go for it on 4th down. They got a little more, but they did not get as much as I think they thought they were going to get, so I think they're going to put their foot on this one and kick it to Big Walnut.
Looks like that's what they will do. Brody Hatfield back to receive. And it's not a great kick as it peters out of bounds at around the 38-yard line. That's where Big Walnut will take over for their 2nd drive of the night. They had a successful first one.
Definitely. I'm interested to see how the Scots defense is going to come out. As you can see, they're not exposition between Kilbourne. They had a lot of points. But, you know, we all see throughout the season that Big Walnut can kind of play their own pace. They can just outpace and outrun their opponents. If they don't really come up with some defensive stops early and often, I can see it can be a very short game for them and not the best way possible.
Now on a fraternal order of Eagles, 1st down. Big Walnut hands it off, but Brody Hatfield practically dribbles it like a basketball, coming back into possession, but that could have been dangerous.
I mean, the poise of that, he kind of hit the turf and bounced right back in his hands, like you said. I wish I could be that Joe Cool sometimes, Bryce, right?
It's like those Allen Iverson clips of him dribbling a football.
Definitely can see that him posting that on his Instagram story tonight, Bryce.
Definitely.
That was smooth.
And it is a little bit chillier and moisture in the air, definitely. I mean, you can see it in some of the lights when we pull out.
Yeah, finally feels like Ohio football tonight, Bryce. We've been really had a really interesting, unorthodox season. It's been 70 and really warm the whole time.
So looking for a receiver, and they're successful in doing that. It'll be good for a couple of yards.
And it looks like he's just going to be short of that 1st down marker. I'm interested to see in this short yards situation, Bryce, how they're going to come out. I mean, when in doubt, give it to Burley, right? That's always a good game plan. But when something happens like that, you don't have to do much right there with the game plan, right, Bryce?
And so here on third down, it'll just hand him a Fraternal Order of Eagles first down on the offsides. And the catch there, that one, Sammy All, he's listed as a linebacker on the defensive front. We don't see him on our offensive list. So kind of cool to see how they're working in different guys from the roster in these big positions.
Definitely, and when you don't have a big as a team, you're going to have to play a lot of Iron Man football. Guys going both ways. I'm interested to see how that's going to grind out as the game goes, especially if they keep this game competitive, Bryce.
So they'll hand it off to Burley, who already has a touchdown. He'll get tripped up after a pickup of, looks like 6.
And that was just a great textbook run by Burley right there, Bryce, as he's able to kind of find the hole behind his line. Once again, he's doing what he does all season, just getting those substantial first down running pickups, 6 yards, 7 yards. As we see over time, that just grinds out the defense. And for the Scots to have any success, they need to have quick 3 and outs to give themselves a rest and for them to, once again, play their pace on offense against Big Walnut.
Dallas Beal shaking the tackler, picking up plenty of yards after the catches. They're inside the 20.
And that was just a great read by Stumpf. That was textbook pitch and catch right there, Bryce. He's able to catch the ball, turn up field, and get some yak after that one. That was a good one.
And so after the Fraternal Order of Eagles first down, we're now inside the red zone. Stumpf with Burley on his left hip, tries to draw him off, and they will.
Definitely. It seems like they're definitely going with that hard count.
Oh, no, they're going to call false start.
Yeah, it seemed like after they kind of saw their linebackers move, the linemen of Big Walnut kind of had a little jerk at the end of that play.
So here on first down, it makes it 1st and 15, takes them 2 yards out of the red zone.
Looks like they're going underneath center for this one, Bryce. Wouldn't be surprised if they run in behind those tight ends.
So they hand it off to Burley, who tries the spin move and doing everything he can to stay on his feet and just gain any positive yardage. I do think he gets a couple of yards, but not nearly enough as it brings up 2nd and long.
And credit to the Scots defense right there. They did everything right. They had a great initial push on the line for him, especially on that stretch type play. But it also just shows the dynamicism. Wow, that was a big word I'm trying out for Friday, right? But of Nolan Burley, able to, even when the play seems to be dead, still find a positive, still get a couple yards. That's what keeps the drive alive. And that just shows how special he is as a runner.
So putting the man in motion, Hatfield will just cross. They'll give it to Burley, who's taken down by 2 guys as he fights towards the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be 3rd and 9 is what they rule it.
And that was just a good pickup. Had something you had to do, make it a little more third and manageable. I'm interested to see what they're going to come out for this play call. See if they're going to let Stumpf air it out a little bit. They have had a lot of success throwing to the tight end, especially in the red zone.
33% on third down so far this season. They'll look to the air on it. Stepping up in the pocket. Has to get to the 7-yard line, but he's thinking about the end zone.
Oh, man, that is just a special play by Stumpf right there. As you see, the screen did not look like it was progressing in the way he wanted. Took it to himself, gave a little pump fake out the defense, and he was able to carve up the Scots defense. And, you know, Thanksgiving is a couple weeks here. It's a couple weeks away, but he's out here eating turkey, man.
Eli Stumpf with his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. He crosses the 150 yards rushing mark on the year with that one. Lining up once again. Offset, we saw him go for it.
Yeah, Bryce, and I'm interested to see they came out very aggressive on a 2-point conversion.
And they'll go for it again, looking towards the corner of the end zone, but this one way overthrown. Intended receiver was Owen Pollock. So Big Walnut leading this one 14-0 after an Eli Stumpf rushing touchdown. Stay with us.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
So after the Big Walnut touchdown, they lead 14-0 over the Walnut Ridge Scots. And the Scots with the chance to get back into it with their second possession of the game. Slammed Sammy All with the tackle right at the line.
It's third of the game, Bryce, right there. And the Big Walnut special teams, once again, is just putting a blanket over him. Great coverage, pinning the Scots back in their own territory. I'm interested to see, once again, this is what we've seen all season from Big Walnut. They get ahead early, and it puts a lot of pressure on the opposing team's offense. You have to score points, because if they get the ball back one more time, Bryce, it can be very challenging for to come back in that 21-point deficit. I'm interested to see what the kind of urgency this offense is going to have in this series.
We'll take a look now as he has 4 wide receivers at his disposal. Throws it to the man cutting back. He'll just get out of bounds.
And that was a great just pitch and catch by Lucas right there. You want to keep things basic. Like we said, there's a little bit of urgency into this drive, Bryce. You have to pick up yards. You got to go forward. We cannot go backwards. So just a simple, hey, 1, 2, get out my hand, give to my playmaker. Hopefully he can make a play. He got a nice positive yard. That's what they need.
So now it brings up second down, 2nd and 5 as they're on the 25. The 30 is the first down marker, and they'll just end up handing it off.
And that's just once again to show you how big and stout the Big Walnut defense is. There has not been a lot of running backs that has a lot of success against these guys. And every time I see the opposing running back at the end of the game, you just definitely seems he's frustrated. Hasn't been able to get anything going. This is a ferocious front seven. And I feel like the Scots are going to what they're going to need, Bryce, is they're going to have to kind of air the ball out. I think that's going to help them find those little creases in the run game, maybe through a draw, maybe through a stretch. But I think historically we know you just can't run at this Big Walnut defense.
And so the receiver cannot hold on to it, so it'll bring up 4th down. That one a tough one as he was all alone.
And that was a tough one. You kind of found a soft spot in the defense right there, Bryce. You got to come down with that one, especially, like we said, the urgency of this offensive drive. For him not bringing it in, it just puts a lot of, once again, pressure on the Scots defense to come up with a stop. That's something that they're just not able to do so far tonight.
So they'll line up on 4th down in the punt formation. Brody Hatfield back to receive. He's inside the 50. Wasn't a great punt last time. They'll look to improve on special teams here.
And it looks like it was almost blocked right there, Bryce. That could have been a really bad thing for the Scots. They always say in special teams, if you hear 2 punts, that's a bad thing. We felt like we was very close to hearing that double thud.
So at the 47 is where Big Walnut will take over the 47 of the Scots. So great field position if they want to get something going here. 2:27 remaining in the first.
And once again, Bryce, you're just going to, if you're the Scots defense coordinator, I know you kind of said something to these guys on the sideline. Guys, we need to stop. We need it right now, because if not, this can get really ugly real fast. It is unfortunate they had this type of field position, but they need to lock in. This is probably one of the biggest defensive possessions that they had all season.
Now Eli Stumpf alone in the backfield, 2 for 3 with 29 passing yards so far in the game. He'll look to pass, being blitzed, and no one picks up the blitzer. He is crushed in the backfield.
And that's exactly the explosive play they need on first down. Get it behind the chains. They need some type of anything on defense right now. So far on offense, they haven't been able to find anything, and sometimes they need a spark. And I think this defense is on the right track right now for them to get something going for this whole team.
And so with 2 minutes remaining, it'll be a 2nd and 16 now from their own 47. Line to gain being the 37. Finding Dallas Beal, he's had a few catches, but flag thrown everywhere towards where the catch happened.
I'm interested to see what's going to be the call right here, Bryce. Uh-oh, looks like it might go against Big Walnut.
So still discussion. White cap waiting for the signal. There's 2 flags on the field, one at the 50 and one at the 44.
Looks like the Big Walnut's walking back.
Eligible receiver, offense downfield, that penalty is declined. We got offensive pass interference, blocking downfield, number 9 on the offense. That penalty be accepted. 2nd down.
All righty, that's interesting, right, Bryce?
Ineligible man downfield, that one's declined, but an offensive pass interference.
And those screen plays can be so tricky, especially those kind of mid-screen tunnel screens. You know, you're going to have a lot of people doing a lot of things in the middle of the field. It can be real easy to give maybe offensive pass interference or anything of that nature. But if you're the Scots, this is exactly what you needed. You have to tune in. This is a really big down right here. I'm interested to see what they're going to come out in right now.
So just getting a couple of yards as it'll bring up 3rd down and very long. Having trouble a little bit calculating it even.
Right. 3rd down in California, right? It's kind of just a very, very long play. There's not a lot of plays you can call right here to get you a 1st down. But I'm interested to see once again what this guy's defense is going to come out in. They're doing everything right, but you have to stay disciplined. Don't let something small become something big, Bryce.
3rd and 28, have to make it to the other side, the 37. Brody Hatfield following some blockers. They'll get back to the original line of scrimmage as it brings up 4th down, but they are inside of Scott territory.
Definitely. 4th down, and we'll get back to 6, we'll say to 10, but looks like they're going to put their foot on this one, Bryce, and punt away. Great defensive stop for the Scots. They needed that one to stay into this game, Bryce. We've seen so many teams this season kind of get washed away by the Big Walnut offense after when they get in that 14-0 hole.
Back deep for the Scots.
So lining up, it'll be Burley punting it away. It's low, he'll punt it, thought about keeping it for a second, but it'll go out of bounds right around probably the 30-yard line is where they'll mark it. They'll say the 34.
All right, that was kind of, I'll say, concerning, right? He looked like he's about to take all of that bad boy.
And that will bring an end to the 1st quarter. So Big Walnut leading this one 14-0. Stay with us.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Back for 2nd quarter action. The Scots will take over here on 1st down. A great defensive stop sets him up at the 37-yard line. Ball carrier trips and gets near the original line of, near the line of scrimmage.
And that was a tough one on offense on first down because it was a huge hole. And that's just kind of one of those football plays. Nobody's really at fault right there, Bryce, but it's unfortunate you're not able to stay on your feet because they looked like they had the numbers and it looked like there was a crease to be made for that run right there, Bryce.
11:30 and ticking. So 2 wide receivers on either side of them, just 1 linebacker in the box for Big Walnut. So they'll look to the air once more. Pushed out of bounds, about 3 yards short of the first down marker. Bring up 3rd and short.
And I like that play call right there, Bryce. Just get your players some space, have them make a play. You know, players make plays right now, and right as you're kind of in this big kind of little deficit right now, you need to lean on your kind of star players and have them try and make some plays. I'm interested to see if what they're gonna call in this 3rd down and short. I wouldn't be surprised if this is not like, you know, a huge loss if they go for a 4th down here.
3rd and 1. They'll take the handoff himself as Lucas picks up the first down. So keeping the chains moving as we have a Fraternal Order of Eagles first down.
And that was just a great read right there. You know, that was a simple read option. As you can see, Lucas saw it, read the defense. He kept it himself, was able to carve through the defense, pick up the first down. You know, he's such a dynamic runner. And I'm interested to see how the coach and play call is going to kind of insert that into kind of the script here going forward for the rest of the game. And that's going to be something for Big Walnut to just stay disciplined for. He can always just, as a simple inside zone, just pull it himself and pick up a couple right there.
So on the reverse, looking for any room at all, but he'll be stopped in the backfield. Some crafty play calling, but it doesn't pan out for him.
And this is just the multiple times today we've seen the Scots just trying to spread out this Big Walnut defense and find the crease to attack it. It's just hard to, right? There's so many great fast defensive plays that run sideline to sideline, Bryce. Screens and sometimes these reverses and jets, you don't really have a lot of success. You're kind of just running east and west. You know, you need to run north and south, Bryce, to beat this Big Walnut defense.
Will Harris, the ball carrier there. Going with 5 defensive backs. Lucas will look to pass, and he has a man. Got him burned, but not able to make the grab. Just had one hand available. Defense able to get back somewhat in time. They would have made the tackle, but really out of position.
Definitely. It looked like that ball wasn't thrown in the right place for him to make the play on it. He was open. Seemed like it was a nice play to be made, but once again, you kind of have to put that a little more on the money for that, especially for that over-the-shoulder pass right there, Bryce.
Yeah, it would have been a basket catch and an athletic one, but they have the athleticism. Now looking at the same formation, he'll look to pass once more, stepping up in the pocket, trying to get away, has to get up to the 42-yard line, and he only gets up to the 49, but the ball comes out. Big Walnut taking over on the turnover.
And that is just exactly what the Big Walnut defense does. It just creates those turnovers. We've seen it when they play these mobile quarterbacks. Now it's just you hate to see that for Lucas. He's trying to make a play, picks something up on his feet. But once again, as he's trying to make a play, there's 4 or 5 Big Walnut defenders around him. You know, we get all of that. In the defensive drill, you tell him to, hey, knock that ball out. That's your ball just as much as it's his ball right there, Bryce. And Big Walnut showed that in that showcase right there.
So a good night for Big Walnut. Turns greater as they're able to create a turnover. One of your keys to success tonight for Big Walnut as well.
Exactly. It's one of those things, like we said, you know, if they play at their pace, give them more opportunities, it's really hard to beat this team, you know, especially at home, home-cooked meal, great crowd, great energy. This is what we've seen so much, right? It's also in the second quarter. If you look at their points output, Bryce, they explode in the second quarter, outpacing their opponents by triple digits, if I'm not mistaken, last time I looked at it. this is a huge quarter. They always win that middle 8, right? They score here, and then they'll get the ball back, and they'll score again, and you blink, and next thing you know, you're down 28-0. It's hard to come back from those deficits, especially when you have such a talented, balanced team as Big Walnut on both sides of the ball. You have to play, in a way, a perfect game.
And so a downed man on the field, trainer tending to him. Looks like they're working on getting him up. He is up on his 2 feet. That's Lucas. Yeah, that would be a tough loss to their quarterback and truly their star player.
Definitely, and he's also the outside linebacker as well. So I'm interested to see how, especially in a big defensive drive, who's going to step up and make a play. That's kind of one of those things where you have a smaller team. It's like we said, it had to be an Iron Man, but sometimes when one of your Iron Mans break down, it can kind of put a really big hole in your defensive and offensive scheme.
So they hand it off, looks to pass, has a man, Brody Hatfield deep, Eli Stumpf on the touchdown pass.
Oh, man. Jeez Louise, Bryce, and now it's just a simple pitch and catch. They run those routes in the dark. You can see the chemistry. As you can see, when Stumpf just drops it in the basket, Hatfield was able to really just pick it up and walk it into the casa. Right? We've been seeing this all season. They're the dynamic duo. Batman and Robin, Michael Jordan and Pippen. You know, I'll even say it. Dak Prescott and George Pickens or CeeDee Lamb. I know.
As a Cowboys fan, you would, wouldn't you?
I know. I'm going to get some hate on that one. But look, those guys, they know what they're doing. The chemistry is apparent. They play multiple sports together. You can see the friendship outside of the field. And it's just great to see that being exhibited on the field in that play, Bryce. One of those things that it's always just nice to pass the ball to one of your best friends.
And so it's an offsides penalty on the defense, so that'll move them up a yard, and they call on the offense.
I'm interested to see what this Big Walnut special teams will come out to. Every time we see they have all sides or jump or anything of that nature, they kind of take a lot of pride again in that 2-point conversion. This can be very detrimental to the Scots if they get this.
So Burley takes it in easy on the 2-point conversion, and Big Walnut leads the way 22-0 over Walnut Ridge. Stay with us.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Joining you back here with 9:32 remaining in the second quarter. A timeout has been called by Walnut Ridge. Just want to quickly talk about our new deal with the National Federation of High School Sports. So previously, if you remember last season, we would get to a certain point in the tournament where if NFHS or Spectrum decided that they wanted to cover a game, we could no longer do that game live. We could record it and do the commentary, but we had to stream it after the fact. That really bothered us. So now what's happened is we actually have a contract with NFHS. So if NFHS decides that they want to cover a Big Walnut football game later on down the road, instead of having to do a delayed broadcast, that NFHS stream will actually be ours. It'll be our feed. It'll be Josh and I talking about the game, all of that. So we will always be live and free at every available opportunity. That's part of our business model. That's what we love about what we do. However, if NFHS does happen to claim the stream, we have an option to still bring you that feed live. So they have a great, I think, working on the business plan, and it's getting a lot better. It's just $7 for 2 months if we do get to a point where you have to pick up the NFHS game in order to watch it. And then being pushed out of bounds there. So if you decide, hey, I don't want to pay the $7, I don't want to see the NFHS stream live, we will still bring you that delayed stream. We will stream it after the fact. So you'll still be able to watch it, but it just won't be live because of the parameters set by OHSAA, Spectrum, NFHS.
Right, and that's just a great thing. You know, Bryce, as I kind of started on my journey this season, you know, being a commentator, I just the feedback I got from this community has just been outstanding. You know, seeing so many grandparents, parents saying, hey, I wasn't able to make it to this game, but I really enjoy your guys' stream. So I just want to say thank you to the Big Walnut community for embracing us, and we're just so excited to be guys here and to go over your guys' stats and talk sports with you guys. Love being here. Love being present. Can't wait to do more great things with you guys.
And the hospitality is truly unlike anything else. I mean, I've been doing this 4 years at this point, and before I was with Big Walnut, I was a bit of a nomad going to school, and this has truly been the best hospitality that I have received from any school, and we are so grateful to be here. We're grateful to the athletic department, Brian Shelton, the athletic director, for having us year after year, and we're so excited about what we're able to do here.
Definitely. And it's just growing more and more, Bryce, and big things are on the rise, and I just can't wait to see how we grow as together in our sports venture and just doing big things, you know. And it's like you said, getting people what they want, sports free, that's what it is, you know. Having those friends, loved ones tuning in, watching their loved ones, watching their kids play, their maybe cousin or uncles or anybody. It's great.
Definitely is. So if that little PSA there was a little convoluted, I'm going to make it again later on in the program, but there's just a little bit of confusion when we announced it. People thought maybe we were going to have a membership or a subscription. That is not the case at all. We're just trying to create opportunities to bring you live football however we can.
Definitely. Everybody loves more football, and we're just glad we're able to give it to you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And it was so heartbreaking. I mean, you'd get so far in the season, you're proud of the guys, and you'd maybe get a huddle stream or commentators who didn't know a ton about the kids, but now you have the OH report that I hope you've come to know and love.
Definitely. And once again, we love talking sports with you guys. We love being here every Friday, following these Big Walnuts. It's our first season doing it, and it's just been a journey. Love to see how we both grown together as a sports broadcasting team and as seeing Big Walnut grow together as well this season.
So timeout, Big Walnut. So we'll take a quick second to thank our sponsors who support our live and free coverage right here on the OH Report. Helpline of Delaware and Morrow counties at 988. Are you a friend or family member struggling with depression, thoughts of suicide, or other mental health concerns? Helpline is here to listen 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call or text our free confidential suicide and crisis line at 988 or text Helpline to 898-211. Sunbury Christian, it's about relationship, not religion. Reichert Express, used cars, Sunbury, Reichert. Or shop Reichert used cars right here in Sunbury at Reichert Express used cars right next to Tanger Outlets. We're dealing Stover Excavating Incorporated, residential and commercial excavation services for the greater Columbus area since 2000. The Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles 3614, serving the Sunbury community and proud supporter of Big Walnut football. New members are always welcome. American Homestead Exteriors, our commitment to excellence is reflected in our strong and reliable exterior solutions. Call us today for roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. Again, thank you to our sponsors as we have a fourth down attempt that has been stuffed.
And that's heartbreaking for the Scots right there. Needed that one. Putting your defense in a real tricky spot going forward. You know, it's just one of these, seen these things so many times for Big Walnut. They're just an avalanche of offense. They're just slow. They're coming, but that's the thing. It's just like, you know they're coming, and you can't stop them. It's a very, very, back-breaking experience as a defense. I'm interested to see the playbook's wide open, what they're going to call, but right now it's not looking too good for the Scots defense.
Just one on the play clock. They managed to get it off. Burley splits the middle. He fights towards the first down marker. He'll get close. A lot of contact after the whistle, but I think just entangled.
Yeah. You can definitely tell they're having one of those grinded out games. It's a battle that they're having on the defense. Don't get me wrong, Bryce. But it's just really hard, especially against this offensive line. They always just get a good push. So it can just be very frustrating. You know, you want to stop the run. You put all these players in the box. You just aren't able to get any success.
So Stumpf will look for a receiver. He rolls out to his right. He'll make the throw. Olin Pollock making the grab inside the 5, fighting towards the goal line, but stuffed just at the 1-yard line. He wanted that one.
Oh, man, if I had a quarter for every time Pollock has been stopped within the 5-yard line, I think he makes a great, incredible play. I'll have enough money to buy you Canes tonight, Bryce. He's such a dynamic player. Sometimes I just want to tell him that, just get in there.
Oh, an ineligible man downfield will actually back them up. So it'll be a repeat of second down after the 5-yard penalty.
Oh, that's not good. Especially when you had those plays being extended right there like Stumpf has. It can be really easy, especially for offensive linemen, to kind of wander themselves downfield right there. Hate to see it, especially with a great play by Pollock right there, but interesting to see how they're going to come back after they got pushed back by that great pickup within the last play.
So Sammy all lining up to the right of Stumpf. Burley to the left, one wide receiver out to the left. They'll hand it off to Burley, following the blockers, gets the first down and is brought down at the 25-yard line as it brings up another Fraternal Order of Eagles first down.
And once again, as you can see, as they hand the ball off to Burley, there's just a red wave of jerseys pushing the Scots around. You know, these front linemen don't get a lot of love, Bryce, but I try to love them as much as I can because what they're doing this season is incredible. They're pushing guys around, bullying them, and it's not fun on defense. They're making it not fun, but they're able to do their job day in and day out. I'm just so excited for them as they progress throughout the season.
Gets rid of it just in time. Pollock gets his catch and a first down as he's at the 10-yard line before he finally hits the deck. So the chains will move. We have another Fraternal Order of Eagles first down, and it'll be first and goal as the chain gang will just put it down.
And that was just a good play. He was able to stretch out and pick up some of that yak after. And he bounced not one, but 2 defenders off of him right there. He's so big and athletic, you know. I know he's a center, power forward kind of guy, and just when he's able to be his true self as a tight end, you know, he just does great things every day, Bryce, every day, and that's a great thing to have. Great thing to have on offense.
So lining up once again in the offset formation, they'll look to the edge. Burley for his 25th touchdown of the season, but a flag is thrown. And I don't think any sign shown for the touchdown, so going against Big Walnut.
And that's unfortunate, Bryce. That's their second penalty this drive. You know, they need to tune in to those penalties. That's kind of been one of those little small things that really haven't been biting them ever since that first game against Waterston. But as they progress through this tournament, if they progress through this tournament, they need to tighten up those small little details for them to be a great team instead of just a really good team.
So first and 20 is what it'll be. First and goal on the 18, rather. So now to the line of scrimmage, 10 on the play clock.
Interesting to see what the play call is going to be right here, Bryce.
They'll air it out. Loops it over looking for Burley, but the pass was offline and behind him.
Yeah, it just seemed like he wasn't able to really get his feet set on that one, and he kind of threw it. It was right behind Burley. Let's see once again when this second and very long and goal, what they're going to come out in with, Bryce.
Second down goal for the 18.
So on the 2nd and goal on the 18. Try to get something going, and that they do. Nolan Burley gets them back inside the 10-yard line as it brings up 3rd and goal.
Big Walnut doing Big Walnut things right there, Bryce. Just chopping away at the defense at what they do best, so just running the rock. Real old school, and that's what we like about them, right? Just doing the basics, pushing some guys around, pushing guys around where they don't want to go. That's what offensive linemen do, and they're doing it well tonight, Bryce.
So now on 3rd and 2, or 3rd and 8, rather. They'll need to pick up the touchdown. Rolling out, cutting back.
Oh, wow, Bryce.
In the back of the end zone, finds a man. Touchdown, Big Walnut.
Joe Cool, he don't go to school.
And guess who? It's Brody Hatfield.
Oh, man. Like we said, Batman and Robin. They're too cool for school sometimes, Bryce, and you can see it right there. Get off of me. He's able to throw it to his best friend in the back of the end zone. I know they're going to have a party tonight.
Didn't have to move much at all. Just stationary like a statue in the back of the end zone.
Had this defender on his skates, and he did not want the roll bounce right there, Bryce. But that just shows the dynamic of this Big Walnut offense. They do great things. When the play breaks down, you think everything's just, the play's dead in the water. What they do? Give you a touchdown and doing what they do best.
So a flag is thrown on the snap. So false start called against Big Walnut. You can be the judge at home there on the Reichert Express Sunbury instant replay. So they'll go with the kicking formation now. It'll be a 25-yarder after the penalty.
Once again, you know, Uncle Mo is sitting here on Big Walnut side, but for the Scots, you know, it seems really bad. There's still a lot of football to be played.
Splits the uprights, and Big Walnut's lead extends to 29. Stay with us.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
So the Eli Stumpf to Brody Hatfield touchdown puts Big Walnut's lead at 29 over the Walnut Ridge Scots. If they want to get back into this one, I think this would be the drive to do it.
Yeah, Bryce, and looks like it's going to have a good opportunity as that kickoff sails out of bounds. Interesting to see what they're going to do with this great field position. Like you said, they want to make any type of imprint on this game. They're probably going to be pretty perfect playing here on out on offense.
So they'll take it from the 35.
And this is where just things get so difficult for opposing offenses when they play against Big Walnut, Bryce. Because once you're down big like this, you know what you got to do. You got to throw the ball, right? But the front seven is so good, so dynamic, so talented that they love this opportunity. And they can rush the passer so easily, efficiently, just with four.
Lucas rolling out, looking for a receiver. It's off the hands, but I think he would have been out of bounds anyway. Saunders, the intended receiver.
And it's just the same thing. We just haven't seen a lot of quarterbacks look really comfortable against this Big Walnut defense, Bryce. And when you're down big like this in obvious passing situations, it's kind of hard to beat. Like, they have just such a stout offense, a defensive line. Being able to get that penetration, stay in those lanes, and if the QB tries to get mobile, they're right down there hounding him down, right? It's just one of those things that it's not. Sometimes you just look at it and just say, hey, man, that's just really not fair, right?
So 4:32 remaining here in the second quarter as Walnut Ridge finds Will Harris on the jet sweep. They get right about to the line of scrimmage, but not much more. It'll bring up third down.
Once again, we just see them trying to stretch out this Big Walnut defense, but we just know the talent of it. They run sideline to sideline so well. They're not going to be able to. There's not a lot of teams that are able to really have the speed to outpace them, right? So it's one of those. I'm interested to see once again when it's third and long. What's the play call going to be for this Scots offense? Because right now they definitely should be in desperation mode. They want to keep this competitive, Bryce.
So they'll send Saunders as the wide out. 4 wide receivers. Harris is the motion man. We have a pause in the action. So Walnut Ridge will be the ones calling the timeout this time. They'll have 1 remaining to Big Walnut's 2. We'll take a quick break. Stay with us.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
So after the Walnut Ridge timeout, they'll have just 1 remaining. 4:27 left in the second quarter. They find Harris. Harris looking for space, and the yards after catch will give him about 3 more, but all the same, it's 4th down.
Yeah, once again, Bryce, you know, it's trying to spread out this Big Walnut defense, but they just run so fast, sideline to sideline. So for them right now, I'm interested to see what the Scots are going to come out and do. It's 4th down. You're on the 40-yard line. You know, defense hasn't been able to stop Big Walnut offense so far. I feel like you have to stay on the field if you want to make this competitive, but it's a tall order. You know, what do you call? I would definitely call something that you know that you're one of your favorite plays, something that you know that can pick up a couple of yards. But they're going to need to make something quick if they're going to do something important on this 4th down.
Looking deep, Lucas airing it out, almost intercepted.
Definitely. Once again, shout out to the Big Walnut defense being disciplined. That's an unselfish play right there. Don't want to get the interception because that could put us way back. Put our offense in great field position. That's one of those things that you need to do. Everybody's buying in, putting their hand onto the ship, saying, "Hey, let's go to the next step in the dance." Right? Once again, that's just an unselfish play by the DB. Say, "Hey, I don't want the stat. I want the turnover on downs for our defense."
So with 3:30 remaining, Big Walnut with excellent field position on the 40-yard line. On the 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Burley. Burley jukes back towards the inside. He'll pick up about 7. They'll call it 8.
And once again, he's just chopping away. Burley doing Burley things, right? One run at a time, just putting the team on his back. But you can see it in the Scots defense. They look gas. Running after Burley for a quarter and a half is not fun.
Yeah. And now Stumpf will have a lone backfield. I believe only the 2nd time we've seen that tonight. Looking to pass, sensing pressure, stays on his feet, and he'll just throw it away. Smart decision.
The poise by Stumpf, and as you see him mature throughout this season, has been really nice. He's definitely, you could definitely just say, like, just maturing like wine, getting better as the season goes on. He doesn't seem like he's just so Joe cool, right? Nothing really phases him. He's able to, as things looking like it's breaking down on our end, he just finds someone wide open and looks to the sideline, just get a little shrug. It's just Friday. This is what we do on Friday, right, Bryce? I'm interested to see how he progresses, especially within this tournament.
3rd and 2, have to make it to just the 30-yard line. They'll give it to Burley. He gets the first down.
Still up.
And fighting off the tackler. Now looking towards the left sideline. Will he get there? Yes, he will, because he's Nolan Burley.
The Berlinator can't bring him down. He'll be back at the touchdown again. Wow, man. Look at this replay. As he turns around, spins. You got to be kidding me, Bryce.
There were 3 times on that play that I thought it was dead.
Man, this kid's special. He's doing some special things. The bounce of this. I know the drama teacher's going to call his parents after this game and say, hey, we got the Nutcracker in a couple weeks. Can you come play?
The strength of Nolan Bunyan Burley just to fight through the line.
Chopping down defenses all season, Bryce. He's just one of those guys. He's special. His maneuverability is something we haven't seen in a long time in this area. I'm glad he's able to just, I think that's what, 26 of the year?
It is. And so we will take a quick break after the Nolan Burley touchdown. Stay with us.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Second quarter action, and only 2:27 remaining as Nolan Burley adding yet another impressive touchdown to his inventory.
Yeah, that one was special. That doesn't make you a Nolan Burley believer right there, man. Please, that is something that should.
And some backspin on the kickoff will sit it right around the 10-yard line, but having another situation where the ball carrier is able to get away, but he just steps out of bounds.
Yeah, it's like you just ran out of field on that one, Bryce. Able to make some nice plays, but unfortunately he was able to step out of bounds. But put his team in great field position right there.
So they'll roll him back all the way at the 21. Unfortunate break. 2:22 remaining here in the second quarter. If there is no score from Walnut Ridge, when we start the third quarter, we'll have a running clock.
Let's see what they come out in for this 2-minute drill if necessary, Bryce.
Nice cutback route, and the catch is made.
It's like there's a flag on the play, Bryce. It looked like it might be late hit in the backfield.
Yeah, it is in the backfield, the offensive backfield.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer. See if we can catch it.
And it looked like Lucas is limping off the field, Bryce. That's not a good sign for the Walnut Ridge offense. Such a dynamic player. Oh, never mind. It seems like he's staying in. My apologies. Definitely has a little gimp in his giddy up right there, but it's playoff time. Sometimes you just have to push through. You know, it's at the end of the season. Everybody's not fresh. Everybody has those bumps and bruises, and his team's going to need him tonight.
Indeed, they will. He's been phenomenal this season. You saw his rushing and passing touchdown totals on the Helpline pregame show. So finding Saunders on the catch. Saunders is good for a first down, and they're inside of Eagle territory.
Definitely. And they had a great season so far, Bryce. And sometimes you don't really taste defeat like that. And you kind of meet a great team and they kind of get to a fast start. It can be kind of unsettling and take some little time to settle, especially on the road. You know, great teams can bounce back from this. As much as it seems very detrimental right now, there's still a lot of football left. You know, but you have to just take it one play at a time. There's not a 36-point play in your playbook, but you just got to take it one play at a time, one drive at a time, and hopefully there's just enough time and enough willpower for you to make something out of nothing.
Please set the clock to 1:42.
So putting about 14 seconds on the clock. 1:42 will be remaining in the second quarter. After the break in the action, we're ready to play once again. Marquise Lewis is 8 for 12 on the night with 43 passing yards. And he'll look to pass his 13th attempt of the game. Over the head of the intended receiver and out of bounds. It'll bring up second down.
And once again, you know, as dynamic as a runner as he is, you can definitely see that the Big Walnut defense is just tuning into it. He just doesn't look comfortable back there. Doesn't look comfortable back there by any means. And, you know, that's give credit to all due to that Big Walnut front seven, like we said. They're stout, they're stingy, they're impenetrable. There are a lot of adjectives that you don't want to see as if your offense is going against them.
So now on a 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Big Walnut, 2 linebackers in the box, 5 defensive backs looking to pass, airing it out, but it's short. This one intercepted by Brady Taylor. That'll be his 6th interception on the season.
That's a no-fly zone, Bryce. And as you can see, Lucas kind of threw one, heated up, trying to make something, trying to,
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
But no, instead, it'll be a penalty against TJ Minor. There's a downed man on the field.
Oh, that's unfortunate right there, Bryce. Seemed like it was going to be a great play, great way to cap off the end of the half. And once again, those little small fine-tuned details you had to overcome. Big Walnut right now is a really, really good team, but they need to be a great team if they want to make some noise, especially as you progress into the tournament. And like, I know it could sound like we're nitpicking here, guys, but great teams don't make, when they get turnovers, don't make those mistakes. You need to encapsulate on those opportunities, Bryce, because those opportunities aren't always guaranteed to you when you play great teams as well, you know?
So the personal foul penalty against TJ Minor, roughing the passer. Downed man still. So we will take a quick break. We'll be back.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
They're big against these guys. He's probably playing the whole game. He has a lot of snaps.
Marquise Lewis was the man down, and a lot of assistance to get over to the sideline. He's in a lot of pain.
Definitely, and hopefully everything's all right over there for Lucas. You know, he's a good guy, great player. Hopefully he's able to get back into the game. If not, really get back soon.
Penalty yardage takes the ball down to the Eagle 31. First down to the Scots.
So it'll be a first down after the penalty. They're on the 31-yard line, having to go with the backup quarterback, who's actually a wide receiver. He's pressured, just trying to get it away. Receiver cutting back and smart enough to, I mean, the QB sensed get it away, knowing that all he had was trouble in front of him.
Definitely, definitely. Nothing like you're coming in for your first quarterback snap and there's 4 Big Walnut defenders in your face, right? Definitely shifty, definitely can see his escapability, but it wasn't really much to escape to on that one, right, Bryce?
Definitely not. So now back to the line of scrimmage. They'll reset and look to get started again. Just 1 on the play clock. They get it off in time, and a quick pass. Brody Hatfield was there to break it up. It's Hatfield's 9th breakup of the season.
And once again, this Big Walnut defense just has a blanket over the Scots offense. Nothing really going on, not a lot of activity. But they have some great field position. They're able to maybe put some points on the board before the end of the half.
Nehemiah Goodlow is the quarterback and makes the completion. I think that one's going to be good for a first down. No, they're going to rule him just a yard short, I think. So it brings it to 4th and 1. So despite the injury, Goodlow doing a decent enough job. He was able to get rid of 1 and now just a yard away from a first down.
Definitely seem like the offense is kind of have a nice little spark that they need.
It's a catch. So we have a first down and they are inside the red zone.
Yes, sir. It looked like they're able to move some chains, put some life into this offense. Maybe Goodlow's what they kind of needed right now. Maybe not change the pace on offense. Seems like they're having a little success. See, they're able to move forward with this series.
Goodlow will drop back to pass, looking towards the corner. Miscommunication with the receiver, though, as it's intercepted. Owen Horba, the senior, on the grab.
All righty, once again, no fly zone on defense. Able to take it away. Like you said, the miscommunication. See, he was able to, in a way, almost fair catch that bad boy in the back of the end zone.
Receiver cutting back for a route right around the 10-yard line is where he stopped the momentum, but quarterback, I think just off of the first read, aired it deep, and fortunately it was into the hands of a cornerback.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately for the Scots offense, and once again another costly turnover for them, for them to make an imprint on this game.
Looking to pass over the middle. Hatfield away with it again, but it's just a yard out of reach.
Everybody was holding their breath on that one, Bryce. Seemed like he was just a step or two behind him right there, but man, I'll tell you, when Batman and Robin are on the same page, they do a great job, man. A dynamic duo of some sorts.
Absolutely. So now they'll look to get started on second down. Just 50 seconds remain in the half. Rolling out to the left, a line drive, and it's completed. Jackson Barnicut, the receiver, brings up another fraternal order of Eagles first down.
Once again, the Big Walnut offense is able to move the chains, do what they do best. Just nothing too crazy. Progression, Stumpf progress to his read, find the open man, move the chains. Classic Big Walnut first down.
To the air once more. Beal on the grab, short by about 2 yards of the first down marker. It'll bring up second down, but it'll stop the clock.
Definitely. And it seems like they're trying to move some chains and running their 2-minute offense. I'm intrigued they're going to try to take a shot here to end the half, Bryce.
Oh, calling that one an incompletion, so it'll be 3rd and 10. Yeah, the ball coming out right there at the end.
Yeah, see that one right there.
Barnicut, they will say, makes the grab and gets out of bounds. He'll be close. Yeah, it rolls him 2 yards short, so it'll be 4th and 2 with 31 seconds remaining.
And it looks like the offense is staying on here, Bryce. See what this Big Walnut calls on this 4th and 2.
Would be a huge stop for the defense if they could get it. They'll give it to Burley. Bounces off the blockers. And we have a face mask, I think, thrown right at the tackler. Should be a first down. Still waiting for the call from the Whitecap. Could go either way. I mean, Big Walnut looks like they might be backing up.
Yeah, it looks like holding.
Number 58.
Yeah.
Taking that penalty from the previous spot. 3rd down.
Huh.
Well, didn't you see they're going to come out in this 3rd and long, kind of probably push them on schedule if they were going to take a shot right here, but took a shot a little behind this spot early on the series.
3rd down. Stumpf will step up, just finding Hatfield in the backfield. The escape option is good for 3 yards. There's just 8 seconds remaining here in the second quarter as it brings up 4th down.
And looking like they're going to put their foot on this one, Bryce, and punt this away and not the half.
I think the way Burley punts it, too, he just buys a lot of time for himself, will burn the clock, and they're hoping bringing into the second half, or the first half.
Yeah, it's been a high action one for Big Walnut's offense. Seems like everybody's getting having a little fun at the party, Big Walnut party.
Burley running it out, almost blocked.
Oof, that was blocked right there.
I thought he was even hit on the contact, but they will say starting at the 34-yard line, but instead it is the end of the first half. Big Walnut leading this one 36-0 over Walnut Ridge. Stay with us. Well, stick with us as we have a flag thrown.
Let this one go again.
So penalty called against Nolan Burley, an unsportsmanlike conduct. The home crowd not a fan of that one, but all the same, it will bring an end to the first half. Stay with us for the halftime show and the band show coming up next.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert,
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
and together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me, and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
How would they do that? What? Coordinate this. I gotta talk to my parents.
Short for corn?
What?
The boys leaving corn.
I wonder what kind of nickname you do give someone named Cornelius.
Corn, man.
No, watch it be someone related like Pop.
Corny. Corny.
Corny is crazy. Honestly, you could probably make a case for Pop. Pop could be a pretty relevant nickname.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Oh my god. Dude, that R grating is something else.
You like it?
It's hard, dude.
R graders.
Because I'm so used to the arena game I've been playing. I'm like, it's the same kind of like PvE concept, right? But a lot of like the enemies, not the players, but the enemies are just like fodder, like no real threat. So I get into this game and I'm thinking it's the same shit. And I'm like, why am I getting clapped by some clowns?
Those flankers are bad.
Bro, those flankers, bro. They're going. Them flankers are flanking. Dirty, filthy, oil drinking, wire bag, battery burning, clutches.
Those clickers, man, they're doing something crazy.
Clickers is crazy. I'd say, well, I already found my favorite gun though to run in with. The Pharaoh.
Pharaoh's, it's a nice one. When you get to it, get the anvil. I think you really like the anvil.
I need something that's got some.
So the anvil is like it's an hand cannon. So it shoots just as hard as the Pharaoh, but it's more than one shot.
That is nice. Does it have as much range though, or no?
Yeah.
Dude, that is super nice. There's like a blue tier.
No, it's a green tier. You can buy it at the shop early on.
Okay. I got no money right now. I haven't sold nothing.
Well, we're doing something tonight, man. Don't worry about that. We're dropping early and often, but
it was funny the second time I dropped it though, I was so mad because I lost my kid. I was like, I'm going for blood this time. The player killed me. Player killed me. And I get in, we find this tree, it was my tree. And the cop, and he's like, whoa. I'm like, hey, no, whoa, here, come on, fucking blankets.
Hey, dude.
He's like, bro, you for real, bro? Yeah, fucking come fucking blankets.
I probably did. It's one of those things that it really is real life. Because there's sometimes I'll be like, friendly. And then he's like, you don't be saying friendly? No. I already know what kind of, who I'm thinking of you, man.
On site every time.
On site, there was been a couple times where I had that mindset. He's like, oh, it's just 3. And there was like, oh, but he came up. And they're like, oh, we're friendly, man. He's like, okay, cool, man. And it was like, you saw 3 run through. And there was like another 3 that came through. And another 3 on top of it. It's a community, man. It's really cool, bro, because when you're on the other side of it, when there's a big, like, clinker, it's really cool. But it is, you don't know. That's kind of the crazy thing about it. You don't know who's around, and that's what I like about the game. So I try to talk him down, and I'm like, hey, man, I don't want to fight you, but I will bust a cap in your dog.
I love, too, the voice mod. I'm going crazy on that. Get my ego in there. You wouldn't loot a girl, would you?
I would.
Shit, more the reason to.
The hand of justice sees one thing.
Yeah, equal rights and less. Bullets don't discriminate.
Guys, get arc raiders.
Yeah, raid with us, bro. Troll the community.
What is it?
It's like an extraction shooter. So
I think you actually will like it, man. The way you be grieving and make people's lives miserable.
it's literally like catered to that.
I honestly think you will have a field day. Yes,
You go on a map. It's 3 people on your team. You loot. You get good stuff. You find players. You kill them. You loot them, or you can let them go or team up and kill higher tier enemies.
Yeah.
But you steal their priceless loot because when they die, they lose value.
Oh, nice.
So they're like, I was just telling him, like, the first time I killed some people, like right away on site, bruh, wait, bro, my friend, like, nah, fuck that, bruh, whoa, no, come up off them pockets. Took all their loot, boy. Got a level 3 fucking Pharaoh?
Yeah.
Right, Johnson?
Yeah, Pharaoh.
Yeah, I like
It's
it.
no better feeling of robbing people the old-fashioned way. I won't shoot you if you drop everything you have right now, including your weapon.
Then it's useless then. It's like you.
I mean, you can still go and do some other things though if you really want to.
But that would be like. But then how are they gonna like loot places when there's enemies?
That's not my problem. That's not. I did you a favor. I'm not killing you.
Should at least give him a little sight on her, a little 10 shot.
That's not my problem. My objective is clean. I took your money, I took all your loot, and your gun.
Give him them schmeckles, boy.
If you want me to put you on your misery, I will, but you can't get mad at me for giving you the gift of life.
I'll make it easy on you. I haven't done any of the other maps though, so I can start on. Ah, it burns!
What's that? That's the microphone that's picking up that. What were you saying, sorry?
I'll show you. I don't know if I got all of them. Wait, what's going on?
Review?
I think it might have been them. What? Just picking up their conversation.
Oh, yeah, because we always pick up like everybody that's in front, because it's like there, yeah.
When does it pick up people's conversation or something?
We didn't say anything, man. We were talking about those clinkers, man. You feel like something. I show you. I'll show you what we were talking about. I'm talking about these bad boys. These clinkers.
These are clinkers.
These are clinkers.
Don't distinguish them from our clinkers.
See, I said the A, so it's not as bad. That no one, so he said it was okay. No, for real, he said it was cool. Like, I got the pass, told me.
Bro, I ascended. I'm part of them. I can say it. I'm half blood, half oil.
My gosh, this is AI. So,
3 AI bots as friends. I think no, but I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. Like, it sucks that I can't stay up like too late because I do have to get my work early.
well, you have to get a second job, right?
Yeah.
Is that second job tomorrow? And where you working, right?
No, that's my gig I'm trying to pick up.
Okay.
But this is my official W2 job.
Oh, yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
It's alright. I mean, it's what it is. You know what I mean? You get talked down on the people who think they know better than you. Which I did.
By the customers and stuff?
Yeah. Like my first day, like I forgot to wear a tie actually. I still look nice, but I didn't have my like badge yet because I had printed. And this dude comes up and he's like, "Oh, I got the green guy." Joking way, I think. And then I'm like, hey, I'm not the manager teaching in. And he's like, because he's just professional, you're not. I'm like, what? Bitch, I'm in a white collared shirt, slacks, and shoes. And then you gotta push like the war teams and stuff. The second I said, hey, listen, I recommend. He's like, nope, 3 strikes, you're out. Stop it. I'm like, bro. I do not need this job right now. You already got to do it. Have you know that I'm an engineer by day? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me, and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
wanna hear that new tune. I wanna hear that new tune.
Bryce Coder, Joshua Anderson here with the Helpline, a Delaware Morrow County halftime show, and Big Walnut taking a 36-0 lead over Walnut Ridge, and it has been all Big Walnut, but they have had some really impressive scores.
Definitely, right? I think that Nolan Burley spinning touchdown is probably at the top of the list, but I also probably put that Stumpf and Hatfield touchdown as well. There's so many to pick by, you know? So it's so hard to kind of pick who's the guy sometimes, especially at the end of the game for a Big Walnut. But they've just been explosive on offense. That's what you need to do, especially in the playoffs. Taking care of things. Defense playing stout, and just Scots have not had any type of solution to have so far, especially in this first half race.
And big story in the first half, Marquise Lucas going down, the star quarterback, but they put in Goodlow, and Goodlow's had a couple of good looks, made a couple of good decisions. So, I mean, perhaps they have some life there.
Definitely. And they're going to have to find some type of solution on offense. So they're going to want to make an imprint. Definitely don't want to get shut out here in a playoff game, but once again, when you have your star quarterback go out in that nature, in that fashion, Bryce, it's kind of hard to bounce back for that. You know, especially when you have don't have the numbers as maybe like a Big Walnut has, unfortunately. but it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to come out and do, especially with they have two enemies in the second half, Bryce. They have Big Walnut, who's been a problem for them, and also they have the clock too, with the running clock as well. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be an uphill battle, but not impossible. Not impossible.
So we will take a look quickly at the halftime stats, and as mentioned, Big Walnut leading this one 36-0, but 5 first downs for Walnut Ridge, 62 passing yards, 25 rushing yards for a total of 87. Two turnovers, yep, 1 fumble and 1 interception, 1 penalty for 5 yards. Big Walnut with 10 first downs, 131 passing yards, 170 rushing yards for a total of 301 yards on the game. 1 turnover, 7 penalties though for 75 yards, and that has been kind of a reoccurring problem for them.
Yeah, like we said, you got to fine-tune those things. You guys got to make a big imprint in the game. Like, they're a good team, but we got to have a great team. And that's something I feel like the coach are going to talk to them, especially for the second half. Tuning into the little things, the details. How can we get better? How can we get some things or get some guys playing, get some experience going? Even though it's going to be a running clock, even though it's going to be they're doing great things. Once again, you got to fine-tune those things to become a great team.
So we are at halftime here at the Eagles Nest for just a few more seconds. Quickly want to talk about the news that came out a couple of days ago about us working with the NFHS, re-explaining that situation. So if you remember last year, we would get to a certain point in the playoffs. We weren't able to do some games because they were being claimed by NFHS or Spectrum, and we would have to do a delayed broadcast, and that was tough for us. So we actually have a contract now with NFHS. If NFHS comes in, they say they want to cover a Big Walnut football game, then it'll be on their website, but it'll actually be our stream in our feed. It'll be Josh and I on the mics with you, and we're really excited about that, to bring you football in weeks that previously we weren't able to, and know that we will always bring you live and free football at every opportunity that we're able to. But in circumstances where we aren't able to, we now have a workaround to be able to give you that live option. Say you decide you don't want to pay that $7 and you don't want to go with the NFHS subscription. Totally okay. We will stream the game on a delayed broadcast after the fact, but this will just give folks a live option that they can utilize to watch Big Walnut Golden Eagle football later on into the football season.
Definitely, Bryce. Nothing better than having football in November, especially in the high school level. Every week is a gift, and I definitely think that the Big Walnut crowd feels like Christmas to them. Seeing their team doing so well, especially in this expenditure, kind of firing on cylinders, Bryce. And like you said, you can just see the joy in the second half, especially when you see the crowd always liven up when they see that running clock, because they know their team is just taking care of business.
So it indeed will be a running clock unless they're able to score Walnut Ridge, that is, and put up 7 to take us under 30. And the high kick rolls across the 30-yard line. Now slipping away, there's a flag thrown, but all the way across the 40-yard line is where they're able to take it.
And let's see what this penalty is, Bryce. It's looking like it could maybe be a holding.
I think that may be the case.
Oh, you hate to see that, but that's probably how the big hole got there in the first place, right, Bryce? Let's see what he got for us.
Oh, a block in the back. So it will back him up, and Walnut Ridge will start in compromised field position.
Yeah, you hate to see that, especially if they had such a good return. It seemed like they're trying to change the tides, especially make a big first step on the second half, but once again, kind of backed up around the 25.
So 1st and 10 as they take the snap. Goodlow looking, he's drilled as he throws over the middle, pass broken up.
And definitely, Bryce, you can definitely see the desperation in play call early and often right here. They're trying to get something going. You know, that was a really good, fortunate thing for the Scots. You know, as he threw that ball, there was 3 Big Walnut defenders in the area. Just wasn't able to come down with that one right there.
So it brings up 2nd and 10 here in the 2nd quarter, or the 3rd quarter. With 4 wide receivers. It's Lucas that's back in the game. It's good to see. He was in a lot of pain earlier on in the 1st half, but able to make a completion.
And it's see what he's going on to. Once again, yeah, it's a great thing to see him on the field, Bryce. Once he said he was in a lot of pain. Great for him to see. I know he's a senior, and you know, and it's still playing potentially what could be his last game, but great for him to see him back on the field. Such a great player.
So lining up in the gun, taking the snap, rolling out to his right. The throw is almost intercepted. There was a man underneath it, but just couldn't hold on to it. I think a couple of Eagles going for it. Cole Heisel was the one underneath it.
Oh, man, it just seemed like there's a lot of moisture in the air, right? Because this is like the 2nd time this series that the defenders aren't able to come down with the ball on that one. But, yeah, once again, you know, Big Walnut's playing that blanket type of coverage, Bryce, able to knock it down, and seemed like it's able to create 4th down.
They will line up in the punt formation. Ball is on their own 24. It's Brody Hatfield back to receive, almost blocked. In fact, it was blocked, able to get through at least a little bit, but Walnut Ridge is going to say that they jumped on top of this and have possession, and I believe they do.
Yeah, it looks like Big Walnut touched that, and Walnut Ridge was able to recover that. You know, not a lot of times in football you hear a double thud and it goes beneficiary to you on the punting team. So kudos to them. They're going to need everything they can get right here in the 2nd half for them to go their way, and that's probably a good start for right there, Bryce.
And a new shot at life for this offense on this drive. So after the turnover, Walnut Ridge will start on their own 29. So not only are they able to recover, but they got 5 yards in the process.
The best proactive punt I ever see in my life, Bryce.
Yeah. So now with 4 wide receivers sending the man in the backfield away, they'll find him on the screen. He'll look for any space at all. Not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Simple pitch and catch right here. Wasn't able to really get much of a gain. Once again, it's interesting to see what's going to be the play call moving forward here, Bryce.
So 6 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Defensive line splits. They'll take the snap. Looking over the top. Flag thrown. Brady Taylor coming up with the tackle. We'll see what the flag is.
Great catch right there by the receiver. Able to locate the ball and find a soft spot in the look like zone coverage, and able to even to kind of, he got whacked at the end of that play. That's definitely a great catch right there. Great catch. Easier said than done, Bryce. Easier said than done.
Still no signal from the official. So a defensive holding, and they'll just take the first down. So a first down, easy enough. They're knocking on the door of Golden Eagle territory. Looking with a condensed look. No time at all. TJ Miner pursuing, look for a receiver. Finds one over the middle, and it's good for another first down.
Once again, this is what we were talking about for Lucas. He's able to send the play. He's able to create some magic, right? And once again, it's carpet the offense, the defense on that play right there. Great read, great progression going through and sending the play, buying the time that he needs to pick up the first down.
So back looks like with 2 linebackers in the box, 1 outside. All wide receivers to his right. The throw, it's deep. Cornerback on him. Brody Hatfield able to block it, and it's intercepted in the end zone. It's Brady Taylor, his 7th on the season.
I'll take second one today, right, Bryce?
Yeah.
Wow, man. Wee-woo, wee-woo, wee-woo. That's a no-fly zone, man. And once again, this is just a blanket over the Scots offense. They just haven't been able to do anything passing the ball really much right there. And what a great play by Taylor.
So it starts him off at the 3-yard line. We have 3:35 now remaining in the third quarter. Play clock at 2. The snap, hands it off to Burley, pursuing the gap, and picks up 6 in the process.
Yeah, simple inside zone, get some breathing room. You're in the shadow of your own goalpost right there, Bryce. You don't want to overcomplicate anything. Good play call and good pickup by Burley and offensive line doing what they do best, which is running the rock.
So now 2nd and 3. The handoff to Burley gets the first down before he's knocked down at the 15-yard line. Brings up another Fraternal Order of Eagles first down.
And once again, Big Walnut is able to move the chains, doing what they do. I wouldn't be surprised if they take the ball and have it for probably the halfway through the fourth quarter. You know, this is kind of what they do. It's kind of like their little put-away drive that they do, especially when they have to run the clock. They like to take the air out the ball as much as they can, and it looks like it might be an old-fashioned Burley Bunyan type of series right here.
And he gets cut up at the legs. He picks up about 2 yards before he's brought down, and now it's 2nd down.
Short pickup by Burley, but once again, he's doing what he does best. Just chopping and chipping away at the defense, one run at a time.
So now 2nd and 7. The line to gain is the 26. Passing it out, makes the completion. It's 3rd and short.
And simple pitch and catch. You know, just trying to pick up something right there. Nothing too crazy on the outside. Able to pick up like a 2-yard gain. See what they're going to call on this 3rd and probably say, what, 6, 7, Bryce?
Yeah. Burley up the gut, bounces outside, trying to fight for the yardage, but he won't be close enough, just about a half yard or so. Now it's 4th down.
And once again, look, it's 4th and 1 to go. We're to see what they do here. You know, I can definitely see by the play calling, the coach has a lot of faith in their offense tonight. And it looks like the offense is staying on the field right here, Bryce.
Looks like it. 4th and 1. 8 on the play clock, so they're going to have to play it before the end of the half. They give it to Burley, and it's going to be rooted out. A turnover on downs, the 2nd of the night for the Big Walnut offense.
And that is something great. Sorry, the penalty right there. And that's what the Scots needed right there, able to create a turnover on downs. You know, Burley's not used to somebody really pushing him back right there, but kudos to the defensive line again, that push they need to create a turnover on downs, Bryce.
So 19 seconds remaining and ticking here in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if they're able to get a play off or if time will just expire.
It's looking like it's probably going to get into the quarter for this one, Bryce.
And to the line of scrimmage with 0 left, so that'll bring it into the 3rd quarter. Big Walnut leading this one 36-0.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Suddenly it's the 4th quarter with the running clock and ticking. After the turnover on downs, Love finds a man over the middle on the completion. Good for a 1st down. And they're down on the 11, so 1st and 10.
All right, you see that the Scots are chipping away right now, and interesting to see if they're able to put some points on the board with this great field position they had with the turnover on downs, Bryce.
So a big spot, an opportunity to avoid the scoreless game.
Just getting the play off before the play clock expires.
And ball carrier brought down at the 10-yard line, so pickup of 1 as it brings up 2nd down. Clock continuing to tick with our running clock. This is a big spot, 2nd and 9.
Pretty sure the score right here, the clock doesn't run anymore, right?
If they're able to get the PAT.
If, that's a big if.
Handing it off once more. This time they're back to the 11, a loss of 1.
It's 3rd and long. I'm interested to see what's going to be the play call here. Found they have somewhat success in their passing game, Bryce. But as we know, in the red zone, those windows get a little tighter, so you're not able to kind of you have to put some throws in some tight windows. Let's see what Lucas has to display here in the red zone.
So now 3rd and 10. The line to gain is the 1. Look to pass it, but instead it's intercepted. And who else? It's Brady Taylor.
No way.
Number 3 on the day.
All right, Bryce, you ready for me to sing? 3, That's the magic number. And Taylor's just showing that, man. He's picking out the sky, man. He said, hey, man, don't throw it my way. I like that ball.
I honestly think he was baiting him in the end zone. He hung off by about 3 yards, made Lucas think that he had a receiver, and he jumped right in.
And that's how you can just tell Taylor's been watching film. He's been reading Lucas like he's green eggs and ham, Bryce. The easy read. He's out. He's taking the balls out the sky, man. He's just telling these cats that it's a no-fly zone. Don't throw it over here. It's Taylor Island.
So now with 9 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter, Big Walnut's offense will take over. Nolan Burley shakes a tackler and is pushed forward. It'll be a pickup of 6.
And that's just a back-breaking play, especially for the Scots. You know, it seemed like they kind of had a lot of things bounce their way that haven't been able to capitalize all night, and you hate to see it for them. But once again, Taylor just coming up with a remarkable pick, just playing mind games with that quarterback.
Coming set again. They give it to Burley again, bouncing outside this time. Gets the first down and is pushed forward by his blockers.
He's chopping away Bunyan Burley, doing he does, axing away at the defense with one rush out after the other, Bryce.
Just 8 minutes remain in this game. Big Walnut wins. They'll be taking on the winner of Canal Winchester and Westerville South next week. That'll happen here, and it'll be the regional semifinal game.
Oh, yeah, that should be a good game, whoever wins this one. I'm interested to see, Bryce. Interested to see.
Hatfield having himself a game. Another catch. So if they are the winner of that game, the regional semifinal game against Westerville South or Canal Winchester, they will go on to the regional final game, and that will be played here again, as Big Walnut is the 1 seed. Burley hitting the gap.
Try to do his trademark spin move right there. Bryce didn't have the success as he had as early on in the night, but that just shows once again the balance and poise by this running back, able to decipher which move and skill set to use in each time. It takes a lot of skill, it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of practice, and you just see that what he does in the offseason, building onto the field today, Bryce. You can tell this kid works hard, and I'm glad it's being showcased tonight, Bryce.
So the flag is thrown. Defensive offsides. So after the 5-yard bonus, it'll be 1st and 5. Handing it off to Burley, looking outside. Burley with a full head of steam, jumps a tackler, tries to stay on his feet, and he's in! He was not going down, Nolan Burley, touchdown!
And that's 28 of the season, right? So many, I forgot the lost count. That's how you know he got too many touchdowns, man. Let me have one of those bad boys.
And it just looks easy for him as he's almost thrown into the end zone.
And the Big Walnut offense is shutting the book on the Scots tonight. Open and shut case, Bryce. Big Walnut is doing very great things on the offensive side of the ball tonight, Bryce.
So 43-0, Big Walnut leads with 5:26 remaining here in the fourth. Stay with us.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Approaching the 5-minute mark remaining here in the fourth quarter. Big Walnut lengthening this lead 43-0 over Walnut Ridge. And the Scots reverse it on the kickoff. A cool move. Huge block in the back. And I think the flag finally comes out for it.
I got a little overzealous on the block right there, and unfortunately, going to take a great play and not making much at all, Bryce. Got to stay disciplined in those type of situations, especially in those reverses. I hate to see that, but great creativity for the play call, but not the best execution on the field, unfortunately.
So the 15-yard penalty backs him up. The defensive unit making their way onto the field here on a first down for the Scots. That'll start them all the way back at the 13 after personal foul penalty.
Let's see what the Scots come out with a play call, try and put some points on the board to end their season off right.
Stepping up, and it's blocked by the linebacker, able to get a hand on it. Intended receiver was in the vicinity, but pass couldn't get through.
Yeah, I think that linebacker there was you say asking before he had to secure the ball right there. You don't really see that many opportunities there in the middle for your linebackers. So you hate to see that he wasn't able to pull that one in, but great play nonetheless, Bryce.
So now 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Taking the snap, throw to the left side of the field. Will put him just short of a first down. Oh no, I think they're going to give it to him, and they do.
Able to move the chains, nice.
So now 1st and 10 with just 2:30 remaining. Rolling out to his left, sensing the pressure. He crosses the field on the throw. Dropped for a pickup of a few on 2nd down now.
Yeah, once again, Tesla pitching catch, able to get a little something on there, that down, but not too much. I'm interested to see what's going to go forward with their play calling as time's ticking away right now, Bryce.
Inside of 2 minutes.
We'll be surprised if we see them take a couple shots.
Lucas commanding the offense as they've come set. Roll out, throwing it, deep ball over the middle, and it's through the hands of the receiver. That one, a tough one.
Just haven't been able to hook up here tonight, Bryce. Seemed like they had a couple good shots to be able to maybe stick around this game, but once you see it by the score, haven't been able to handle them in. Overall, it's good route, okay pass, but you need to have them, both of those connections be great for you guys to make a touchdown, right?
Definitely. Now just 60 seconds remaining now. It's 3rd and 7. One more time, they'll pass. Able to get a first down on 3rd down and about 3 yards more. So we have another Fraternal Order of Eagles first down, and I think it will be the last of the game.
Yeah, but as we see, 30 seconds left ticking on the on the play clock, Bryce. So interesting to see what's going to be a play call here. They're definitely probably going to take some shots.
And that they are, looking deep.
Oh!
Able to knock it away. Great job by what Looks like Owen Horba.
And it's looking like that might be the final play of the Scots play call in this season. Commend them for the season. Hate to see how it ends, but once again, they did a great job tonight coming out, playing on the road. It's not, especially if a great opponent as Big Walnut. It's only one winner in football, and Big Walnut's the winner tonight, guys.
Big Walnut is the winner, 43-0 over the Walnut Ridge Scots. They improve to 10-1 on the season. They're moving on to the regional semifinals. That will be next Friday right here at the Eagles Nest. Catch it right here with the OH Report. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Eric Gilbert.
And I'm Hannah Gilbert with American Homestead Exteriors.
And together,
We're here for you.
so I'd worked for several years for other contracting companies, and what I saw missing was the true customer focus. I wanted that to be the focus of our company, that we put the customer first no matter what, and that's what's made us successful. Hannah and I joke between us that we share the same brain. We have the same ideas, same thoughts, we have the same direction for the company, we have the same focus. When we're on site, we teach the customers about the roof, the age of the roof, what's going on, maybe what caused the damage, along with siding, windows, or any project we take on.
When you call in, you're talking to me, and I'm getting you scheduled on his calendar to come out and take a look at your property. We like to teach homeowners about their homes as we're walking through them together. I think it's very important. It's the most expensive thing you're ever going to purchase in your lifetime, and you should really understand what is happening to it and how we can help you make it even better than what it was before.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
I wanna hear that new tune.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Joshua Harrison with our Stover Excavation MVP, Taylor. 3 tackles, 3 picks. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Got a good team win today, and I'm feeling great.
So take me through your favorite pick. Can you give that to me right now?
Well, the first one that got called back was probably my favorite one. You know, read the route good. QB threw it where I wanted to. I jumped up and made a play. Tough that I got called back, but you know I had to make it up for my guys after with 2 more.
Definitely, you ran the route better than the receiver in that play right there. Tell me, what was kind of defensive preparation that you guys had going into this week with the kind of shifty offense of the Scots tonight?
You know, it was a lot of film breakdown. Our Coach Krager told us a lot about how these guys like to get out into the space and really fast, really quick. So our main priority was just stay over top, don't let them beat you, and just make a play.
All righty, you're playing in football in November. How does it feel right now?
Feels great, you know. Did it last year, looking to make a run again this year.
All right, 2 more questions. One first is, what's going to be the end of the meal snack tonight? You was feasting on the Scots offense all day. Tell me what you're going to eat to kind of satisfy your hunger after.
You know, whatever's there for fat tackle, and then I got some Chinese at home.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Live and free coverage of Big Walnut Athletics, proudly presented by the Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles, serving the community since 1898.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Bryce Cutter, Joshua Anderson here with the helpline of Delaware and Morrow County's 988 post-game show in Big Walnut, picking up the victory 43-0 over the Walnut Ridge Scots, and this was a decisive one and a lot of really impressive touchdowns.
Right, definitely. It's kind of hard to pick your favorite one today, Bryce. It could be the multiple Hatfield and Stumpf hookups or the multiple Burley touchdowns. I think one that took the cake for me was definitely that one that he spun into the end zone. Just all around a Big Walnut explosive offense performance. And a classic Big Walnut stout defense performance on both sides of the ball. They're just doing great things, playing the best football they can in November right now. And that's what you're asking. That's what you want.
Taking a look at our post-game stats, Walnut Ridge with 10 first downs, 132 passing yards, 25 rushing yards, 157 total yards on the game, 4 turnovers, 4 penalties for 62 yards. For Big Walnut, 14 first downs, 141 passing yards, 239 rushing yards for a total of 380, 2 turnovers, 8 penalties, and 9 penalty yards. And you called it as one of the keys to victory, creating those turnover opportunities, and they certainly did.
Definitely playing no-nonsense defense. I mean, credit to Taylor, our MVP tonight, having those 3 picks. He's doing some great things tonight, great things.
And taking a look at what is up next, Big Walnut will be playing the winner of Canal, Winchester, and Westerville South next week. That'll be here at 7 o'clock on Friday. We will bring you that one live and free as always. Wrapping things up, though, here on the helpline of Delaware and Morrow County's 988 post-game show. I'm Bryce Coder, your director and play-by-play commentator for the evening. Joshua Anderson joining me on the booth on color commentary, as well as Cam Seddon on the camera. I'd like to take one more opportunity to thank all of our sponsors who support our live and free coverage right here on the OH Report. Helpline of Delaware and Morrow Counties Are you a friend or family member struggling with depression, thoughts of suicide, or other mental health concerns? Helpline is here to listen 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call or text our free confidential suicide and crisis line at 988 or text Helpline to 898-211. Sunbury Christian, it's about relationship, not religion. Reichert Express Sunbury. Shop Reichert used cars right here in Sunbury at Reichert Express used cars right next to Tanger Outlets. We're dealing. Stover Excavation Incorporated, residential and commercial excavation services for the greater Columbus area since 2000. Sunbury Fraternal Order of Eagles 3614, serving the Sunbury community and proud supporter of Big Walnut football. New members are always welcome. American Homestead Exteriors, our commitment to excellence is reflected in our strong and reliable exterior solutions. Call us today for roofing, siding, gutters, and windows in Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. If you're watching at home, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Have a great rest of your night.